So when GQ first named Kim Kardashian as one of their men of the year, my first response was of strong disapproval. And it's not that I don't think that a woman can ever compete with a man and a woman isn't deserving of any of these awards. Quite the contrary. It's just that I think Kim Kardashian as a representation for a man of the year is an extremely poor choice. All you have to do is watch 20 minutes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians to understand where I'm coming from. And then there was the picture, which really did not sit well with me. This is like a bad caricature of what a man is. She's in a disheveled suit, her hair is messed up, and she's got a bag of Cheetos. And I was like, really, you could not have thought that this was a good idea to take this picture. It really upset me. It would be like the equivalent of a man deciding, well, I'm getting a Woman of the Year award, so I'm going to sit down in a salon and get my nails done while I take a selfie on Instagram. I mean, shut up. That's not how women are. All women are. And this isn't how all men are. And this certainly isn't the best representation of a man. And that's really ridiculous. I thought that was in very poor taste. And it was a bad decision for her to go through. And so when I saw the picture, my first initial response was this video right here. And try to stay with me. They get better after this. If you don't believe me, watch this. This is such a blatant form of misandry, not only by GQ magazine, but by Kim Kardashian as well. Can you imagine if a cis white male decided to grace the cover of whatever magazine I don't read? No, you can't, because it would never happen. They would be absolutely destroyed. They'd never be in another movie or promote another product again. And you know what? Rightfully so. Kim Kardashian is essentially the poster girl for what the red pill movement is about. She divorced her husband. She keeps her kids away from him. She posts thirst traps all over the internet. And this is what she thinks of what men are. Slobs who eat Cheetos. That's her idea of what men are. How blatantly disrespectful is that? Women wouldn't put up with this, and neither should we. Don't just put it on GQ. Go for her like the feminists would go for a man who did this, because that's the only way this is going to stop. And she deserves it. So the anger in that video is a little much, and that comes from where that's coming from is that I am really tired of the double standard where women get a free pass all the time on everything and men are branded for life for any mistake that they make. I don't think that that's fair. And I know for sure that if a guy had crossed the line, he would have gotten destroyed by feminists. Destroyed. But after I made the video, I thought about it, and I don't really think it's fair that we live in a society where forgiveness isn't like that for men. And I don't think the answer is to put that same pressure on women. So I kind of felt bad about it. So I left that video after that day and I still started thinking about it. And I was like, I wonder why GQ decided to do this. And then I looked into it and I found that, that wasn't the first time they gave out a Man of the Year award. And so I really delved deep into it and I figured out this. So the next day I posted this video. Here's why Kim Kardashian is one of GQ's Men of the Year absolutely makes sense. I know what you're thinking. This is a horrible choice for a men's magazine. Well, guess what? GQ isn't a men's magazine. Even when print was doing well, a good portion of GQ's readership was actually female, around 1/3. Print media is dying a slow, painful death that's kind of hard to watch, and readership is dropping drastically year after year, but it drops more drastically in the male demographic. Therefore, GQ's own readership is becoming increasingly more female, and you can really see them targeting to this new audience starting in 2018 when they first started to include a woman on the Men of the Year awards. Kim Kardashian is an excellent choice for this award from a female perspective. She owns her own business, she's rich, successful, charismatic. She's someone that they think dominates in a men's world. And that's really what the choice is about. They're not making the magazine for us. And to be honest, I don't read GQ, and I doubt you do either. And so, I understand where GQ's coming from, and, maybe the magazine's not for me. I can't get upset with everything any company does, especially when I'm not reading the magazine. That was the conclusion I came to. It'd be different if I had been a subscriber for 20 years. Then I'd have room to be upset. But if there's a publication that's written for somebody else, that somebody else is buying. They have every right to do whatever they want and give out whatever awards they want to appease whatever readers they're trying to keep buying their product. So I kind of left it at that. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, I don't understand why females would want someone to be called man of the year. That just seems really derogatory to me. And the manosphere is the one that's going crazy, and women are okay with it. And the more and more I thought about it, I came up with this. If you don't believe me, watch this. So GQ set many people off in the manosphere with their selection of Kim Kardashian as one of the men of the year. And I must say, the picture, I didn't like it either. Kind of set me off for a second. However, after thinking about it, I really came to the conclusion that women should be the one that are accepted. Because the reason GQ lists for their decision is her ability to run a business successfully, her handling of her divorce with grace and dignity, and her presenting herself in a manner that exudes professionalism. The underlying tone here is that these are all male characteristics. We strive for generations to destroy the stereotype that women can't be as successful as men. And here we are, reinforcing that with this award. And I'm surprised at how many women are cheering this as a win. No, it's not a win for you to call successful women men of the year. They should be called women of the year. That's disgusting. So yeah, here's my final thought on the subject, is that what I don't like, and what I see that this is indicative of, is that we are reinforcing gender roles. And I felt like we were getting away from them. When I was coming of age as a kid, they really strived hard to say that, like, well, you can be a guy that likes to cook, or you can be a woman that likes working on cars. It's okay to be whoever you want to be. You don't have to be anything specific just because of your gender. And now it seems like we're backtracking on that. She can be a woman and run a company. She can. We don't need to call her man of the year. You know, what they should have done, and I'm not there at the magazine, is they should have said, and we always give out an award for a woman of the year that we like to acknowledge succeeds well in areas that are traditionally dominated in men, and called them honorary man of the year. But don't call them man of the year. Like, that's so rude. That's so rude. Like, and then you open it up to, like, well, from my perspective as a man, which is how I looked at it initially, like, you think that that's what a man is? You think that is? Like, that's not. But if they had said, hey, you know, Kim Kardashian, she's been successful in her business. She did this, and this. We're going to give her this honorary award. And that would have made perfect sense to me. And I think that would have made everybody happy. But I really don't think we need to be reinforcing gender roles. That's my big takeaway from this. We do not need to be reinforcing gender roles. Well, anyway, thanks for listening.